Alright, welcome to the Messiah College Wrestling Alumni Fantasy Football League quarter season commissioner address. Got some awards to hand out. The MVP right now goes to Stephen Cannon. He's sitting at 4-0. Unbelievable season so far. Get a Watch is a clear winner for team name. And, I'm sorry, Get a Watch! Because there's an exclamation point on it, so I gotta say it like that. And Adrian Peterson believed in from square one, so that's great for him. The LVPs is a three-way tie for, there's three teams that don't have wins. Chris Hardenberg, Craig Hogan, and Rico. We'll give the top notch to Rico since he has scored the least amount of points. So, but in that being said, guys, don't lose hope. You're only 2 games out of the playoffs right now. We got a long season to go. There's at least, how many games left? At least 8 games left in the regular season. So, this is only a third of the season through for the regular season, not just the playoffs. And, so you guys are totally in that. Hit up the waiver wire, hit up trades, anything you got to get to. While we're on the topic of trades, let me address this. Pat Hogan sent me a definition. I think we all got it in the group chat. It says, collusion, noun, secret or illegal cooperation or conspiracy, especially in order to cheat or deceive others. So if any secret, illegal cooperation, any conspiracies, any cheating or deception is going on, please tell the commissioner right away because he needs to know about it. On top of that, I also want to mention that right now, the commissioner's office is not taking any complaints from Dom because we have a love-hate relationship. Pat, who is the worst trader in the history of our fantasy football league. Any teams that have 0 wins, so there's 3 of you gone. And then anyone I'm playing this week, so I think that's Ty. So any of your complaints are completely invalid this week. Guys, a trade's a trade. So we're trading a player. We're trading 2 players this week. We're trading 2 players next week. They're both coming off our bench. They're both going into starting lineups. If you guys want to do a 1-week trade yourself, feel free and happy to. I did. I actually looked through every single team before I got to Charles's. Charles's is the last team listed on my ESPN Fantasy on my computer. So I went through every other team and looked possible trades for a quarterback, and this one worked out. If you guys need a quarterback 1 week and someone else needs a wide receiver, swap them for the week. I don't see anything wrong with that. There's been plenty of professional athletes that have played for one team, been traded to another, and came back to the same team at the end. Soccer actually loans their players out to other things. So if you want to, professional sports references, like Kershaw and Greinke coming to the Yankees for a series, you could use that if you'd like. But hey, guys, it's fantasy football. Trades happen. You can make a trade every single week and reshuffle your entire lineup. If there's anything that's and they're 2 comparable players. Tyrod Taylor's had a couple big games. Vincent Jackson had a big game. They got favorable matchups. It works out for both teams. Anybody could do this. It's just these trades don't always work out in everybody's best interest. That being said, any trades that you give a bench player for a star for 1 week, and one person gets a player and he doesn't play him, and then they just trade him back at that the next week, that would be considered collusion. But 2 people, they have players on buys and they need a starter. It's no different than the waiver wire. It's like a secure waiver wire, but both teams have to agree to it. So if Charles doesn't want to play Vincent Jackson, he didn't have to agree to it, but that is by far his best option at wide receiver. So I just wanted to explain that a little bit further, make sense of it. It seems very, very straightforward to me. If anybody has anything else to say about the topic, please inform me. Fair trades are fair trades. That's those 2 players can get traded straight up, in my opinion. And that's all I have to say about that. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to text me, message, anything like that. And that's good. So, and that DeMarco Murray trade was a pretty big blockbuster. Nobody really talked about yet, but So anyway, hope to see you all guys at homecoming weekend. It's been a while, and I'm ready to take down anybody who wants to wrestle me, except Tim, because you're probably in really good shape still, and I don't want to wrestle anyone in really good shape. So, see you guys around.